activity 5. This is the planets activity. And what it's asking us to do, it says, we like to think Earth is huge, but it is actually one of the smaller planets in our solar system. Using scientific notation, complete the chart below. So they've given us the planets and the diameter, and then asked us to use scientific notation to write it. So remember, when we do scientific notation, you put our decimal from the first number that's not a 0 behind it. Remember, we live in the United States, we read left to right. So our decimal will go on this side. So my decimal will go behind the 7. And since this is a whole number, I know I need to count from the back. 1, 2, 3. So when I come over here, when I write this, it says write it in scientific notation. It would be 7.93 times 10 to the third. And it's the third because I moved it 3 times. And it's a positive 3 because this was a whole number. So we would continue doing this for each planet. So same thing, I'm going to put my decimal behind the first number that's not a 0, so I read left to right. That first number I come to is the 8. And then I have to count how many spaces that was. So it should be 8.89. It's always times 10, and I would count 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you notice, I always write my number right here. That's one of my strategies that I use to help me know what order or how many times so I don't forget. And it's a positive because this was a large number. So you're going to do that for each one of these, turn them into scientific notation. Now, what you're going to do next is it says list the planets in order from largest to smallest using scientific notation. So you would need to determine which was our largest planet, and in this case, it's going to be Jupiter. And then you would need to write what the scientific notation for Jupiter was, and it was 8.89 times 10 to the 4th. So at this point, so then you would look at the next one. We're going from the largest to the smallest, and we would continue listing them out, and then using scientific notation.